Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video as always. And we are back with another weekly wears video. And if this is your first time finding this channel, my name is Gerard. And on this channel, we talk about all things fragrances. Just like in today's video where I go over every fragrance that I wore all 7 days last week. So if that's content that you think you want to see more of, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so you're updated whenever I upload new content. I want to thank everyone for helping this channel reach 5,000 subscribers. To all my OG subscribers, you guys are the best. To all my newest subscribers, welcome. I'm excited to have you here, and I love talking about fragrance, so I'm hoping that this is the channel that you go to when you want to talk about fragrance, when you want to see new fragrances talked about, or maybe ones that you haven't heard talked about before. I want to cover it all. So again, guys, thank you. I'm so humbled by the 5K. But without further ado, let's jump into the list, starting with Sunday. On Sunday, it was really rainy, really crappy in the New England area. Just, it was cold and rainy and just junk. Didn't want to do anything. And I always find myself reaching for this fragrance in situations like that. And I think a lot of you guys do as well. I've talked about it on the channel before. Scent I'm talking about is Encry Noir Sport from Lalique. Amazing fresh vetiver scent, clean smelling vetiver. You have to like vetiver to like this scent. This is, for me, the least challenging from this line. You have vetiver, you have some aquatic notes in here, you have a little bit of citrus, and it just really freshens up that DNA of the original, which is very smoky, wood burning type smoke. This, you still get that smoky element, but it's more of an earthy, clean vetiver with a slight smoke from the wood. So it's woody. This exudes just forest vibes, rainy day forest vibes, which is why I think I reach for this one in those situations. I really like it. And for what you're getting, what you're paying, and the quality you're getting here, it's highly regarded as one of the best cheap fragrances that you can buy that smells more expensive. And I fully buy into that because this smells of really great quality. It was perfumed by Natalie Lortzen, who is just, she's kind of known for being able to do a lot with a small budget. She was the perfumer on Bentley for Men Intense. This is one that you might want to check out if you've been collecting for a while. You have a lot of fragrances. You want something a little different than what you're going to typically smell when you go into Macy's or something. This is different. So, you know, it's not too fresh. It's not going to be a blue fragrance. So just keep that in mind before blind buying this one. But with all that being said, I think anyone can pull this off. It smells incredible, really masculine, kind of a sophisticated scent. Absolutely love this one. And performance, no slouch, lasts all day. It's probably above average performance overall. Fantastic scent, Encry Noir Sport from Lalique. So on Monday, I had a doctor's appointment. I wanted to reach for something that is kind of like wearing something, but not really wearing something. I don't know if there's any other fragrance that quite does it like this one for that purpose. Scent I'm talking about is Molecule 01 from Eccentric Molecules. This one is tough because when I smell it, and I'll get into that in a minute, I get this soft, woody musk. Very straightforward scent, nothing complex. This is actually Isoi Super. So this is just a molecule that's added to a lot of fragrances. And when perfumers are in the lab working on their fragrances, this is one of the things that normally ends up in it. My understanding of it is it helps with longevity. And this does. You can actually layer this with other fragrances. It doesn't work with every fragrance that I've tried it with. However, there are some fragrances that I notoriously don't get a long time on skin, or, they just don't last that long. I will layer them with this, and I typically get an hour or two longer than I normally get. This is one of those fragrances that when I first got it, I couldn't really smell it. And some people either really smell this, it really stands out to them, or you're like me, where you kind of get waves of it and wafts of it as the day goes on. It's really meant to work with your skin chemistry and push off is that your body temperature is increasing. You get wafts of it. Now, if you can smell this, like my wife can, she really loves it. She says it smells super clean. And that's what I'm going for in that situation where I'm going to a doctor's appointment. I don't want to be the cologne guy in the doctor's office. So this is kind of ideal for that. So even if you can't smell it, just know that you smell clean, fresh, ready to go, put together, even though it's not blasting off of your skin to your nose. I will always probably have this in the collection because I said it will help with longevity for those fragrances that just don't last that long. And when you just don't want to wear anything, but still want to smell good, this will do the trick. Molecule 01. On Tuesday, I reached for one of my best pickups at a rack store this year for a cheapie. One of my best cheapie pickups, without question, maybe my best cheapie pickup thus far in 2023. Scent I am talking about is Xenia Intenso. I highlighted the Xenia because the last time I talked about this scent, you guys quickly corrected me and told me it is not Zegna, it is Xenia. So I apologize for that. Hopefully I got it right this time. Decent atomizer, not too bad. OG DNA of Armani Code. This is a bit fresher to me, a bit brighter in the opening. Armani Code, I immediately get the Tonka, and it just sits a bit heavier. With that being said, I like this interpretation of that DNA. It smells a lot like Code. So just know that if you're on a severe budget, this will replace Armani Code for you, specifically the EDT formulation of that scent, the OG. Now, if this had a drawback, the performance for me is the drawback, but I paid less than $20 for this, and I get roughly between 5 and 6 hours of longevity. That's all I can really ask for. I don't own the OG Armani Code, and as long as I have this in the collection, I don't feel the need to own it. That scent has been around a long time. Some might think this smells a bit dated. I personally don't. I think it's kind of a timeless scent at this point. I love how the Tonka is used here. It's just powdery, fresh, versatile. This is a year-round scent. You can wear this anytime. It's a nice transitional scent. It's going to work beautifully day to night. If you only had one fragrance in your collection, this could be it. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are on a severe budget, you're hunting the rack stores, and you run into Xenia Intenso, then this is kind of a great blind buy. Kind of a perfect scent for a guy who just is on a tight budget and wants to smell good. Xenia Intenso. On Wednesday, I went with a scent that is currently available on Twisted Lily. If you guys decide that it's something you want to try, go to twistedlily.com. Use my discount code Gerard10. It will save you 10% off of your order. I absolutely love this fragrance. Scent I'm talking about is Incompassable from Wilderman. This is an eau de parfum concentration and really high quality scent. Oh, man. It is spicy, woody. In the air, reminds me a bit of African leather from Memo. It has this really just wonderful blend of spices, which is addictive. I love the opening of this. Along with that spice, you're going to get this patchouli. This clean, earthy patchouli. It's adding a cleanness to this without making this feel soapy. So it remains masculine. It just feels like it could be a signature scent, but unique. You're not going to smell like anybody else. There are elements to this scent that are familiar to me. I've smelled it in other things, maybe some of the pepper used and all that. High quality, last a full work day for me, and just, it's different. It's has that unique edge while still remaining versatile and a signature scent, which for me is great because a lot of things that makes fragrances signature is maybe their use of lavender and they smell really clean and fresh and out of the shower. This just has a little bit of a unique edge to it, which I love. Very smooth, as I said, fantastic quality, and perfumed by Rodrigo Flores Rue, who has done a ton of bangers, and most of the John Varvatos line, all the best ones from John Varvatos, he has done. And I'm just a fan of his. So this is no exception. Wonderful stuff. Really heavy duty cap. Just feels quality and it smells great. Incompassable from Wilderman. On Thursday, I reached for the fragrance that I picked up in my last rack store haul. One that comes with a little bit of a story, a little bit of a past with the scent. Scent I'm talking about is John Varvatos Artisan Blue. So I had a full day of wearing this one. I gave my first impressions of it in that video I just mentioned. Not crazy about these atomizers on the John Varvatos, as they spread wide, but they don't go very far, and they don't push out a lot of juice either. So keep that in mind when you are wearing John Varvatos fragrances. They all have a similar atomizer. They don't push out a lot of juice. One of the criticisms of John Varvatos is that they don't last long. My opinion, just double up on the sprays, because when I wore this, one, it's definitely lasts longer than most of my John Varvatoses that I own. And this is a fresher take. I could smell this on my clothes the next day. Maybe not as long on skin. I got about 6 or 7 hours on skin, but on clothes, lasted till the next day. So I was happy with the performance. Now, some of you guys mentioned in that video, I paid $44.99 for 125 ml. You can get that roughly $10 to $15 cheaper online. I'll be sure to link it down below. But with that being said, for me, it was just an element of being able to find it in the store, not have to pay shipping. But I will stand by what I said. I think this is a quality scent. If you can find this under the $50 mark, obviously it's cheaper online. And as long as it's cheaper online, you guys should go that route. But I think it's worth it because I think it's a really nice scent overall. Really green, aromatic, fresh, and misleading because the bottle makes you immediately think blue fragrance, vacation vibes. I do get vacation vibes. I think this would be perfect for a beach day, wearing this on a beach, because it has this really nice herbal, breezy quality to it. Really clean lavender, leaning soapy, a little bit of citrus. My wife, on the other hand, did not like this fragrance. It was nothing special to her. When I let her smell this after spraying, she thought it smelled like an old lady's bag, the bottom of her like pocketbook. And there is an iris note in here. I don't personally pick it up, but she may be picking that up, getting that sort of makeup bag type vibe to this. Nonetheless, I think this, from many guys, is going to be a really nice go-to fresh, green, aromatic type soapy fragrance for the really hot days. You're going to smell great. It's kind of an easy dumb reach, and I personally like it. John Varvatos Artisan Blue. On Friday, I went with one that was sent to me by a subscriber, Danny. Shout out to Danny. So happy he sent this one because he sent me a few fragrances, a couple from Cerruti and this. And right now, this is my favorite one of the three. Scent I'm talking about is Celebrate from Pepe Jeans London. Now, this one has a bit of cheapy hype behind it. It's one that I had heard about, talked about before by other people, and just never bought, never really, just there's so much to buy, right? There's so much to try. Nice atomizer too. Now, funny enough, on skin, the first 15 minutes or so of this scent, maybe less than that, 10 minutes or so, it's a bit disjointed. I'm getting sweet elements, I'm getting fresh, I'm getting a powdery vibe. But it doesn't feel like it has a true identity until like 10 minutes in. But once it settles down, fantastic. Fresh and sweet, done well. And I don't know what it is, but it has a unique twist. So although the sweetness can be familiar, it will remind you of other sweet fragrances that you've smelled. I don't know if it's something fresh or citrusy sweet. It just smells amazing. It's a guilty pleasure. It's addictive. I found myself, wanting to smell it. It smells youthful, but also a bit mature at the same time, if that makes any sense. So, and I think that can. I mean, it's not like I think a teenager could wear it, but I also think a guy in his 20s going out for the night is not going to smell too youthful. He's going to smell great. He's going to probably grab attention because that's this type of fragrance. It doesn't perform like a monster. It does settle down after the first hour, but it projects really well for that first hour, and it did last on my skin. I also like how they use the amberwoods in here. Amberwoods is a note that it's a synthetic, which doesn't always smell great to me. It can be headache inducing for some people. It can be nauseating to some people. Not in here. I think it's done beautifully, works how it should work. And it just adds, again, that element, that sweet woody element to this that just makes this addictive. And I wish I had tried this one sooner. I'm glad Danny sent it. Thank you, Danny. And I quite like this one. This one will definitely get some wear. In terms of seasons, this is more versatile to me than what I've heard it described as because of that freshness in here. Yes, I think this would be a really nice cool weather scent, but in addition to that, I think this could work on like a warm summer night as well. So not hot, not too hot because it can get cloying, but warm summer night, you're going to get attention. Pepe Jeans London, celebrate. Finally, on Saturday, my daughter had her first T-ball game, T-ball clinic. The kids are learning how to play. So it was a lot of fun. I wanted to wear a scent that I haven't worn in a while. And man, I'm glad I did because this stuff, amazing. Scent I'm talking about is Honeyfields from Barrett Fragrances. Fire hose for an atomizer. And for the sake of it, I'm just going to put this on skin. Smells awesome in the air. I've talked about Barrett before. This is just one spray. Hopefully this comes up on camera, but the oil concentration in here is just, I mean, you can see that sheen on my hand. High oil concentration, great quality, smells fantastic. Barrett is an inspired by house. So this one just happens to be inspired by Xerjoff Naxos, which is one of the most popular fragrances. People talk about that one all the time as type fragrance. So, and I would agree, I love Naxos. I don't own a bottle. I had a decant of it, and it's just one that I've wanted to own for a while. I just am waiting for the right price to grab a bottle. But this, oh man. I don't want to compare it directly to Naxos because I don't have Naxos here with me, but you immediately get Naxos vibes. And it's just, there's something about the simplicity of this scent that is where this shines. It's a clean, sweet honey lavender. That's mainly what I get. There's more notes, but it dries down into this sort of creamy, woody, just, oh man, this is going to get a lot of wear. I see this as being a year-round scent. I know that Naxos is widely considered a wintertime scent. This just feels a little fresher to me. I'm not sure what's causing that, but again, you know, a nice transitional scent. I felt comfortable wearing it to my daughter's baseball game. I would feel just as comfortable wearing it out at night. I might even have trouble deciding in what situation I want to wear this in, because I think it would be a great night out scent as well. I think it's going to grab attention, projects really nicely. You have a nice scent bubble around you. It's just stunning stuff. The brand describes this as being a unisex fragrance, and I can see it being unisex 100%. My wife was able to pick out the honey in this immediately. She really likes this one. She also can see this being a summertime scent. So I don't know. I don't know how they did it. It just smells a little fresher than my memory of Naxos, but that's a good thing. That's a really good thing because, again, it just inspired by, right? I don't know if they were trying to do a direct clone of Naxos. I would say not. And they did a fantastic job with this. Great longevity, lasts all day. You're going to get wafts of this all day. And the best part, I think, is the price. You know, you're paying roughly $65 for a 50 ml, and you're getting a really high oil concentration, high quality juice. The guys over at Barrett were nice enough to send this to me. I do not have a discount code or anything like that. No preconceived notions. They're not paying me. I just really like this scent, and I want you guys to know about it. Barrett Fragrances, Honeyfields. That's all I have today, guys. As always, let me know in the comment section down below what your weekly rotation was. I always like knowing what you guys are wearing. Gives me some ideas for the upcoming week. Drop it in the comment section down below. If you like what you saw, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.